I know I'm standing between you and the lunch, okay, so I'm trying to make my presentation short, okay, and in this presentation I'm going to share with you some of the IoT related application or initiative that we are either doing today or we are planning to do in the future to achieve what we call the smart airport. Okay, a little bit about the background of the Airport Authority. We are a statutory body owned by the government, and our mission is to strengthen Hong Kong as the leading international and regional aviation center. Okay, give you some perspective of the size of the Hong Kong International Airport. It was opened almost 20 years ago, and the entire Chek Lap Kok Island is 1,255 hectares. So how big is it? So I tried to look it up. The size compared to, for example, the Kowloon Peninsula is around a little bit over 1/4 of the Kowloon size. So whenever we talk about application at the airport, I told vendors that okay, you should look for applications for smart city. Then it would apply to the airport, because within the airport we have all kinds of transportations. We have air, we have bus, we have seas. Probably you know that we have ferries, terminals in the airport. We have a lot of buildings. Okay, we have shops. We have a lot of people. We have traffic. So it's like a city. So most of the smart city technology would be applicable to the international airport as well. So beginning of this year, we opened the midfield concourse, and that boosts up our total terminal area into this size. Okay, this is, I checked that it's a bit bigger than the Harbour City. Okay, talking about the, what kind of technology or what kind of application we use in the airport. Based on a survey from an industry a group called CETA, okay, in last year. Actually, most of the technology applications in an airport are applied in 3 areas. One is in the passenger processing. Second is in security. That you probably could understand. And the third is in operations. Okay, because operating an airport does require a lot of operational activities. And in the same way, they also try to ask the CIO of major airports what kind of technology initiative are being planned. Okay, by 2017. And you can see that, okay, cloud services, geolocations, Wi-Fi, NFC, digital tags, iBeacons, wearables, they're all basically IoT-related technology. So there's a lot of opportunity to apply IoT technology in the airports. And looking at another survey done by an industry group, okay, called Amadeus. Okay, they try to interview the travelers, okay, and what kind of frustrations the traveler has and what's the expectations. And you can see that a lot of the frustration being mentioned. For example, at the airport, for example, you need to queue up and you want to move as fast as possible, and you have a lot of stress because you don't know where you are. And at the airport, because you're waiting for your plane, and you got nothing to do, you want to get onto the internet and you cannot, and you want to check your email and things like that. So there's a lot of traveler expectations while they're in the airport, and we need to apply technology, IoT technologies per se, to ease out the travelers' frustrations. So last year, okay, we tried to establish our vision of smart airport. Okay, we understand that, okay, an airport right now is more than just a logistic hub. Okay, there are expectations, okay, because of the travelers, because of the operations efficiency and things like that. So we try to develop our vision of a smart airport. And in our smart airport visions, there are a number of components. First of all, okay, as I mentioned, there's a lot of operational activities. Okay, we want to do the operations in a smart manner, more automations and more analytics, more predictions, and resource planning. They're all within the smart operations. Another is services. Okay, we offer services to our passenger, and passengers today expect a lot. Okay, from when they get into the airport, they want free Wi-Fi connectivity, and they want to know where they are, and they have all kinds of questions. They want to find a particular shops or whatever. They want this type of directions. So smart services, okay, is another aspect of the smart airport. Third, of course, is smart security, okay. This is something that you cannot get rid of, okay, in particular today. But then again, in order not to introduce too much hassle to the passenger when they are traveling, okay, how can we do security in a smarter manner, okay, so that people would not feel frustrated, people would not feel more intrusive, okay, so that would fall under the smart security area. And last but not the least, okay, smart businesses. Of course, in the airports, for example, take the Hong Kong International Airport as an example, we have 400, okay, shops within the airport, from restaurants and shops, and how we can help our tenants to do business, okay, better within the airport would fall into the smart business. Because actually, if you look at our annual report, close to half, or actually more than half of our revenue actually come from non-aviation related. So how we can do business better would be another area of smartness we want to develop. So in order to do that, okay, we need technologies, okay, and we. Last year, we tried to develop a technology roadmap, okay, how we could move towards a smart airport. And we find that, okay, there are 4 clusters of technologies that would be important or that would be relevant for us to achieve our vision of smart airport. And one cluster of technology is mobility, okay. Another cluster of technology is data analytics, all these buzzwords, big data, analytics, predictive, and actually we do quite a lot of video analytics. We're starting to do quite a lot of video analytics right now. And smart infrastructure. So IoT falls under smart infrastructure, and wireless as well. And the 4th cluster, what we call advanced technology, because we couldn't find the right name that fits everything together, that includes things like robotics, biometrics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, virtual reality. These are all the technology actually we are actively studying, okay, how we could apply the technology to improve the airport experience. So next, I'm going to share with you some of the initiatives we are doing. Okay, the first is our RFID-based package handling system. This is something we have been doing for more than 10 years. I think the presenter that talked about that, and I'm going to give you a little bit more background. So this spider web thing, okay, is I don't expect you can read all this, but this shows the conveyor belt system, okay, that is implemented at the airport today. And the total length of the conveyor is 34 kilometers. So when you drop your bag at the check-in counter, okay, based on the luggage tag, okay, both the barcode and the RFID, okay, your baggage would get transported into the number of sorting machines, okay, based on your destination, so that your baggage can be loaded to the correct aircraft, okay, so that your luggage won't get lost. And on the return side, of course, when the baggage arrives. So this in itself is a pretty complicated transportation system, okay, implemented in the airport. And actually, we are the pioneer of using RFID for baggage handling. Okay, we started the project in 2003, okay, and implemented this in 2005. Okay, so that's more than 10 years ago, and we are the first airport. And still today, we are one of the very few airports in the world that is using RFID technology for both baggage sortation and baggage reconciliations. And based on the latest statistics, at the peak day, okay, we are handling more than 100,000 bags, okay, in a day. So that's a lot of bags, okay, that we need to handle. And in terms of the system components, okay, you have readers, you have antennas, okay, a lot of handheld terminals, backpack printers, okay, being implemented in our what we call the baggage hall area, and also in all this check-in counter, baggage reclaim carousels, okay. And after implementing the system, okay, the benefit we got, okay, is that definitely it would enhance the processing capacity. Before we have the RFID-based baggage handling system using the traditional barcode base, okay, the read rate of a bag is about 80% only. So there's 20% of bags that you need to fall back into manual handling. But with the RFID-based system, the read rate is pushed up to 97%. Okay, so that means a lot of resources behind, okay, in handling packages. And of course, it reduces the volume of mishandled bags and also improve the operation efficiencies. So this is one of the more known applications. Another area I would like to talk about is our mobile app. Okay, I think mobile phone is probably one of the most popular IoT devices, okay, like it or not. Okay, first of all, it could be an IoT sensor. Okay, Google is using it to sense the traffic conditions, basically, so they know which road is being congested. And on the other hand, a lot of the IoT applications, at the end of the day, the service will be delivered, or the information will be delivered to the mobile. So mobile is a very important device in the IoT world. And for the Hong Kong International Airport, we also look at mobile as a very important technology. And in 2 years ago, okay, 2013, we launched our first mobile app, okay, called HKG My Flight. Okay, if you have not downloaded it yet, I would encourage you to do so, because it provides you a lot of convenience when you use the Hong Kong International Airport. And we have 3 major releases so far, and 19 sub-releases, okay, altogether. Okay, and the key function we provide today is, for example, real-time flight information. Okay, so you do not need to look at the fixed display, and you can check your mobile phone. And when you pay attention to a particular flight, it will give you proactive push notifications. So whenever there's any gate change or whatever, it will tell you. And also it gives you a lot of the information. So you to help you to get around the airport. Like the shopping and dining directories, and it gives you the car park availability, so you know if you want to park at the airport, you know whether there is a car park space available. And actually today in our current release, we already support Apple Watch, and we will have a new release that support Android Wear as well. And today we have more than 635,000 downloads, and we are target to achieve 1 million downloads sometime early next year. So that's our target. And between the user group, half of the users are from local Hong Kong, and actually a little bit more than half of the users are from overseas. Okay. And today, and on an average day, we push out around 10,000 to 30,000 notifications, okay, to alert people about, for example, special announcement about, for example, your flight delay and things like that. But that's not the end of the story. Going forward, we have a very long, okay, plan of enhancement we want to put into our mobile app. Okay, we want to make our mobile app to be the single tools that you could use, okay, during your entire journey. Okay, before you come into the airport, and then you leave, and then when you arrive to the airport, and then you leave, okay, for your home destinations. Okay, for example, car parking. Okay, we plan to, okay, look at, okay, to allow you to book the not only look at the availability, but the ability to book the car park, okay, before you come to the airport. And currently we have a tender out to implement iBeacons throughout the terminals, okay. And with the beacons infrastructures implemented, okay, we will be providing wayfinding, okay, so that, okay, next time you do not need to really look at a directory. The mobile app can tell you, okay, if you want to go to gate 23, okay, how you can go to gate 23 from where you are. If you look for a particular restaurant, it will show you the way. And also the virtual signage, so you can use, so we plan to use augmented reality technology so that when your camera is pointing to a particular location, some of the relevant signage would be displayed, showing you the way and things like that. And even mobile or even boarding alerts, okay, so that when you are about time to board a plane, but you're still in the happily shopping in the shopping area, it would remind you, okay, it's time to board your gate. Another enhancement we are looking into, hopefully it will be available around early next year, would be called baggage arrival notifications. Okay, with this RFID baggage handling systems, okay, we are planning to distribute permanent bag tag to our passengers. So in future, you would be able to, for example, buy a permanent bag tag, or maybe your airline's loyalty member program may give you a special bag tag with the RFID chip implement on it, and you can use this bag tag permanently. And one of the advantages is that, okay, with this permanent bag tag, when your bag arrives and to the baggage carousel, then the mobile app can alert you, okay, your bag arrives. So you do not really need to jam into the baggage collection area. Okay, you could go to the toilet, or you could or relax a bit and only go to the baggage carousel when you got the notifications. So this is some of the initiative we are planning, okay, to implement in future. So other IoT related initiatives that we are doing, okay, the first one is called trolley availability tracking system, okay, and you know in the airport, okay, most of the people, when you have hand carry luggage, you use trolleys, and sometimes the trolleys are not available, okay. In order to ensure the trolleys are available for the people who need it, okay, last year we tried to test out different technology to keep track of the trolleys. Okay, we tried Wi-Fi, okay, and it worked quite well using Wi-Fi tag. But the problem is Wi-Fi tag is quite expensive, and it needs battery to operate, and it's not easy for maintenance. So after doing that, okay, we relax our requirement a bit. Okay, we do not need to track where the trolley goes. Okay, we only want to know at the trolley collection point whether we have sufficient trolley for our passenger to use. So instead of using Wi-Fi tags, okay, we use video analytics. So we partner with LSCM, working with Hong Kong Chinese University, to develop an algorithm to look at the trolley staging area, to count the number of trolleys, okay, available. And when the count drop below certain thresholds, so then some alert would be generated, so that we could ask our contractor to pick up the trolleys and refill the staging area. So this is something that we have tried last year, which was quite successful, and we are beginning to fully launch this year. Another initiative we are trialing very soon is passenger count or queuing sensors. Okay, so basically it's used optical technology as well, and the technology is available today not only to count the number of people, okay, that is staying in a particular area. Actually, it could detect whenever there's a queue formed. Okay, as you know, in the airport, for example, when you queue up for check-in, okay, sometimes you need to queue up. And sometimes the queues are irregular shape because because we are running out of space, we could not afford to have a fixed queuing pattern. So we are looking at technology where it can dynamically detect when a queue is formed and what is the queue length and what is the expected waiting time, so that we could maybe in future provide that kind of information to the passengers so they know, okay, when they come at this time, then they expect to queue up for maybe 10 minutes for check-in or maybe 20 minutes for immigration and things like that. So the big infrastructure I already talked about. And another initiative we are doing beginning of this year is in our airfield, okay? There's actually a lot of vehicles, okay? Service vehicles or tractor moving around, okay, for doing all types of duties. And there are thousands of them, okay? And beginning of this year, we begin to mandate that all these vehicles, okay, operating on the airfield needs to install a GPS tracking devices. And all the tracking data would go back to the cloud, and so that it could help us for resource deployment. When we need a particular truck, we know where it is. Or we can do some analytics around this. For example, if there is any dangerous driving behavior, okay, or what would be the best route to take, okay, in order to do certain things and things like that. So we can do a lot of analytics once we have all this information available. Other potential cases, okay, energy management. Of course, this is a very typical IoT use cases, and today we have multiple building management system implemented at the airport, okay, and when there are more IoT-based sensors available, we can actually do a lot better, more efficient energy management. Another is smart maintenance. I think some of the previous speakers already talked about that, okay, when as you know, okay, in the airport, it is a very big infrastructure, and there's a lot of maintenance activities going on at any minute, okay? In order to locate a particular, for example, asset, or locate when there's a problem, we know where to go to fix it, okay? It would be better if all our building infrastructure or our assets are properly tagged with some kind of IoT sensor, so we know where a particular problem equipment is located, so we could go right into the right spot. And also it would be even better if that equipment can report the health at any time, okay, so that we know the healthiness of a particular device. So that falls under smart maintenance. And another concept is called the aircraft turnaround management, okay? When an aircraft arrives at the airport, before it takes off again, actually there are 16 milestones as defined by the Eurocontrol that you need to complete before an aircraft can fly out. And right now we are implementing a system, what we call the airport collaborative decision-making system, and trying to make all this milestone status, okay, to be known to all the partners working in the airport, okay. To go one step further, it would be even better if we have all this kind of sensing available, so that we know, for example, when the service truck to service the aircraft left, okay, so we know the aircraft has been serviced, okay. So it would give us an even much better insight or estimation of the turnaround statuses. So that would help our entire turnaround efficiency to be better, so that we could, as you know, we are still running in a 2-runway system. We need to squeeze every bit of productivity out, so that we can accommodate more aircraft turnaround in a given day. So this is one thing that we are seriously looking into. So as a summary, IoT technology is a very strategic focus area that the Hong Kong International Airport is looking into, and is in our technology roadmap. And we would be very happy to work with the industry to explore more use case and technologies to implement IoT technology for smart airport. Thank you very much.